I bought myself a small cake today. It's not my birthday. There's not anything big going on. Just for my first 100 subscribers. That might not be a lot for y'all, but to me, I'm like, yes! Yes! And for a second, that didn't feel like enough to celebrate. It felt small. And that made me think, when did we decide that small wins don't count? Let me ask you something. Imagine you're walking from New York City to Los Angeles. No car, no shortcuts, just you walking. It's about 2,800 miles. Would you wait until you got to LA to celebrate? Or celebrate every time you made it to a new state? Even if you're still far away, even if it doesn't feel like much yet. Because technically, you're not there. But you're also not where you started. Progress. I think that's the part that we ignore. We treat goals like they only matter at the end, like the only moment worth celebrating is the finish line. So everything in the middle, the effort, the consistency, the small progress, it just feels invisible. And after a while, it starts to feel like you're not getting anywhere at all. That's why goals feel so overwhelming. Not because they're impossible, but because we're only measuring ourselves against the end result. Think about it. Someone wants to lose 100 pounds, and all they see is 100. That's intimidating. That's the kind of number that makes you question if you can even do it. But what if that wasn't the goal? What if the goal was just the first 5, and then the next 5, and then the next? And every time you hit that milestone, you stopped. You acknowledged it, and you even celebrated it. Not because you're done, but because you're moving. Because small wins matter more than we think. They build momentum. They remind you that what you're doing is working. They give you hope and a reason to keep going. Most people don't fail because they can't reach the goal. They fail because somewhere in the middle, it feels like nothing is happening. So they stop. Somewhere between New York and Los Angeles, they just quit. Not because they didn't make progress, but because they didn't recognize it. But imagine if every state mattered, if every mile counted, if every step forward was something you allowed yourself to be proud of. Then the journey wouldn't feel impossible anymore. It would feel like progress, like movement, and like something you could actually finish. And eventually, you'd still get to Los Angeles just without burning yourself out along the way. So yeah, this cake is small, but it's also something. It's proof that I started, it's proof that I showed up, and that I stayed consistent long enough to even get here. Because 100 turns into 200, 200 turns into 500, 500 turns into 1,000. But none of that can happen if we don't learn how to appreciate where we are right now. So I think it's time we change how we look at progress. It's not about waiting until everything is big enough or finished or impressive enough. It's about recognizing that every step forward, no matter how small, still counts. So yeah, I bought the cake. Not because I've made it, but because I'm on my way.
Cheers to 100 subscribers. Going for 10,000 by the end of the year.
Woo.
Cheers and love you.
Cheers.